Bama gang. Cause we always hit the nail on the head. Today, we're gonna do a breakdown for the Florida Gators schedule. You know, the Gainesville Gators are baby lizards, erectile, dysfunctional reptiles, whatever you want to call them. The Florida Gators, the Florida baby lizards. Okay, get past that. Now, today I'm going to break down their schedule. Let's see if these Florida Gators can get it done this season. Nope, not gonna happen. I'm talking ahead of time. I haven't even looked at the schedule. I just know that the schedule is out. So, Florida. You had a promising season last season till Alabama blew you out. Then LSU beat you by a shoe. Then you lost to Oklahoma by 1,000,000 points. Must I keep going? So let's see if the Florida Gators can step on their own foot in 2021. Let's run that schedule. Hold on. I gotta fix my hair, man. I gotta fix my hair. You know, gotta put this thing in a gator tail. Much better. Now, Florida Gators, baby lizards. They're doing what they're doing best when it comes to scheduling, which is scheduling non-conference games in the state of Florida. Whether it's a team in Florida or out of Florida, but they're going to come to Florida. If you're a team that's out of Florida and you're in a non-conference game for the Gators, you're going to go to their stadium and play them. They're not going to meet you anywhere. They're not going to come to your stadium. They're afraid of road games. They're afraid of crowd noise. They're afraid of being beaten. So they think their best odds of winning a game will be to get you to play in the state of Florida, which they have three non-con games. You know, and you can't really count Florida State at the end of the season. That's a rivalry game. That's every season, and it's in the state of Florida anyways. So, non-con games. To start off the schedule, you start the season off with a non-con game. So first up, you have FAU, the Owls, right down there in Boca, Florida. They're not a challenge to nobody. I'm not even going to pretend like you guys are going to lose this game. You should beat them convincingly. You start the season off 1-0. Congrats. So now you got the USF, the little Bulls, the little baby cows, the ones up in Tampa. You know, the little, one of Miami's little sisters. Okay. You play them second game of the season right there in Tampa. I do think you guys get the win on them. I did see Notre Dame beat them like 50-something to 0, so I don't think you'll be too far off on doing that. So I do think you get a win on that. Congratulations. Now, third game of the season is a doozy. It's a loozy. You're not winning this one. I'm sorry, but you're about to take an L, Florida. You're about to take your first L of the season. It is what it is. You're playing against the former champions. Well, they still champions at the moment. The Crimson Tide, Alabama, your daddy, the team that has been kicking your butt, picking you up and kicking your butt, picking you up and kicking your butt. Must I keep going? They have been dog walking y'all for the past, 10 years, 15 years, whatever. They're going to beat you again. Yes, they're going to beat you again. The only team that's probably could beat Alabama right now is Miami. But Florida Gators, congratulations. You took an L. You're taking another L. It is what it is. It's not going to be like last season. I mean, congratulations to you guys for getting rid of Shoemaker. Shoemaker or shoe thrower? One of them. Now, after getting your butts beaten by Alabama, you catch a break. The Tennessee volunteered you guys a win. They will give you guys a win. Tennessee's going to give a lot of teams wins this season, okay? Tennessee is an absolute dumpster fire. If you're a Tennessee fan and you're watching this, you know it. You know it. Don't even try to argue with it. It's facts. It's facts, okay? You guys are a dumpster fire. Florida's going to beat the bejesus out of you. Well, you know what? Florida sucks too, but it'll be a close game. Florida still wins, though, Tennessee. Sorry. Here's another chance for another win. Kentucky Fried Chicken. You play Kentucky Fried Chicken. I think you guys get this win. Ain't much to say about Kentucky Fried Chicken. I like Popeyes better anyway. But I do think you beat Kentucky Fried Chicken. I mean, this ain't basketball. I'm just saying. Vanderbilt. Remember last season when I told you guys that Vanderbilt was an absolute joke? And you had to stop and pause and laugh? It's the same thing going on. It's the same thing right now. Vanderbilt. Okay, so you guys will beat Vanderbilt convincingly. They're trash. Shout out to their female kicker. Unfortunately, she's trash. Comment section down below. Curse me out. Tell me I'm all kind of bad and I'm not a human being or whatever for calling her trash. But she's trash. It is what it is. If she was a guy, we would call her trash. So, she trash. It is what it is. LSU. LSU. The team with the shoe. So, LSU at LSU. Now, I do believe this will be a competitive game. And I do believe this game could go either way. LSU or Florida. I do think LSU will bounce back this season. I do think they will give Florida a run for their money. And I do think LSU will win this one again. I do believe they will beat Florida once again. Yes, Florida, it's a toss-up game. But I'm giving it to them. Because I don't like you. I don't like you. You know I don't like you. LSU by a shoe. LSU by 3. Now, Florida is known for catching back-to-back L's. I mean, look at the last stretch of their season. They're known for catching back-to-back L's. And this is no different. The Georgia Bulldogs. Now, you did beat Georgia this season. You blew them out. But that was before they got JT Daniels, new quarterback. You know, the guy that kind of looked like a petty. I'm gonna just say that. He looked like a petty. You know what it is. I ain't got to say it. You see his face. The guy mustache looked funny as hell. His hair. Oh, my God. I do think JT Daniels and the Georgia Bulldogs will beat y'all this season. That's tough. That's tough. I know that's y'all biggest rival, according to y'all, next to Florida State, but I do think they beat you. I think they beat you convincingly. This is not your season, Florida. It's not. So next up on this list, you got the South Carolina Gamecocks. Second joke, I'm sorry. That's Vanderbilt's spot. But the second joke of the SEC, the trash can. If dumpster was invented, South Carolina would be where it was invented at. If dumpster fires was invented, South Carolina would be where it was invented at. The Gamecocks, a.k.a. the Game Puss, they suck. This year will be no different. No different. South Carolina, as much as I hate the Gators, they're going to beat the bejesus out of you. Probably almost every single team on your schedule is going to beat the bejesus out of you. You're that trash. Thank you for hand delivering us T-Rob, by the way. Samford Bulldogs. You can't beat the Georgia Bulldogs, but you'll beat these Bulldogs. They come to Gainesville, non-con game. You win that game. Moving on. Now the Missouri Tigers. The Missouri Tigers. I think Florida could get a win here, but I think this game could go either way. I think Missouri could cause an upset. I think Missouri could actually get it done. I think Missouri have enough time in the season to get their act together to put up a fight against the Florida Gators. This could be a toss-up, guys. I do think Florida get it done, but being a toss-up, I'm going with the Missouri Tigers. Missouri Tigers for the win. It'll be a close dog fight. Unlike the game before with the Bulldogs, you know, when y'all blew them up. Yeah, you get it. I'm going with Missouri. That's another L, Florida. And last but not least, the Florida State Seminoles of Tallahassee. I've already done my Florida State video. predicting the Florida State's wins and losses. They going 3-9. So one of those losses was already to the Gators. You own them. We own them. Practically, they're third best in Florida when it comes to the big three. We number one. Y'all number two. Don't get it twisted. They number three, and whoever else want to fall underneath that, don't care. Miami's number one in the state of Florida. You know it. Gator fans, you know it. We owned you. Home and away games coming up in the future for Miami and Florida. For us to own y'all even a little bit more. The best that y'all could do, win both of those games and tie up the series. But we finna expand on y'all, baby lizards.